Welcome back, movie fans, to another episode of Always on the Movie.
This week, we rock the diamond with Moneyball and Bridesmaids before taking a taste of the supernatural with Paranormal Activity 3.
That and more right here on Always on the Movie. Welcome back, movie fans. I'm Troy Carpenter.
And I'm Veronica Miracle. Tonight, we have some headbutting reviews, but first, let's talk about what Troy and I watched.
This weekend, Veronica and I watched Moneyball, an inspiring underdog story of the Oakland A's, whose general manager takes on the challenge of building a winning team with a losing budget. Brad Pitt plays the A's general manager who redefines the way a successful baseball team is created. Take a look at Moneyball.
There are poor teams. Then there's 50 feet of crap. And then there's us.
Your goal shouldn't be to buy players. Your goal should be to buy wins.
Billy Beane has tried to reinvent a system that's been working for years.
He's proven himself right out of a job.
What? Where'd you hear that?
Well, I go on the internet sometimes.
Don't go on the internet. Watch TV or talk to people.
If we win with this team, we'll change the game.
This better work. I'm just kidding you.
So, Veronica, was it a home run?
Honestly, I think one of the best movies of the year. To be honest, it was like a true realistic depiction of the underdog. You know, we've seen so many films with just cheesy, fluffed up underdog stories, and like in this movie, he was beaten down, beaten down, beaten down. He had an entire franchise basically up against him. And so I really liked how realistic it was.
I really liked about it that you didn't really have to know a lot about baseball to get into the movie.
Yeah.
I don't know that much about baseball. I don't even really like baseball, but I love this movie. It was definitely one of the best movies I've seen in a long time.
Absolutely, and I love baseball, and I thought there were no continuities in between the actual sport and the movie, which I think that as a sports fan or any kind of fan, you go into these movies and you want it to be real, you want it to be honest and true, and I think that it totally embodied everything about baseball.
Another thing that I was impressed with was Jonah Hill's performance.
Yeah.
He plays one of his more serious roles that I've seen him in. Usually I'm really used to him playing kind of the raunchy, super bad comedy type of actor, but he really pulled through and put it together in this movie.
Absolutely, yeah, don't even get me started on Brad Pitt. Just take our word for it and go see it. So let's take it to Jaleesa over in Hollywood Gossip.
Hey movie fanatics, this is Jaleesa Harris with All Things Gossip. With all the bad press buzzing around Lindsay Lohan and current unemployment rates, it's a shock she has a job at all. But miraculously, she has managed to land herself a gig as the face of Philip Plein's fashion line Au Plein. Hopefully this new job will give Lohan the motivation to stay clean. Team Edward or Team Jacob? Either way, I think supporters of both sides are celebrating Taylor Lautner's recent bachelor status. Lautner and his now ex-girlfriend Lily Collins of The Blind Side have called it quits. Whatever the reason, the important part is Lautner is single. So Veronica, I suggest you put in an application right now.
Thanks, Jaleesa. Hopefully I have time to buff up on my resume in this upcoming break.
But first, let's see if you can handle this week's movie trivia.
This former SNL star used to be roommates with Hollywood's favorite funny man, Judd Apatow.
Is it A, Dana Carvey, B, Adam Sandler, C, Steve Carell, or D, Jim Carrey? So, Veronica, what's the answer to this week's Always on the Movie trivia question?
The answer is movie megastar Adam Sandler. These real-life friends and former roommates actually work together in the less than well-received dramedy Funny People.
He is a pretty funny guy.
Moving from one SNL star to the other, let's see what Colby and Anna have to say about their most recent DVD rental, Bridesmaids.
Thanks, Veronica. Here with our latest DVD reviews, I'm Colby Nelson.
And I'm Anna Bliven. This week, Colby and I rented Bridesmaids. In this funny femme flick, Kristen Wiig leads the cast as a maid of honor whose life unravels as she leads her best friend, played by Maya Rudolph, and a group of colorful bridesmaids on a wild ride down the road to matrimony. Let's see how these ladies fumble down the aisle in Bridesmaids.
I have big news.
Ooh, I can't wait. I'm engaged.
What?
Will you be my maid of honor?
Of course.
I need you to touch your nose with your finger.
If I was drunk, would I be able to do this?
I would hope so.
I was gonna leave you till you kissed me. I wanted to leave you, then you kissed me.
You're gonna take this huge step, and I'm gonna be there right next to you. I am dead serious. Will you marry me? Yes.
So Colby, did you love this movie or what?
I know you're gonna hate me, but I hated this movie.
What?
It was just not a movie for me. It had endless amount of girl drama, and like there was some funny points, don't get me wrong, I liked it a little bit, but it's just so much drama with girls, and I just don't do well with that.
It was not drama.
It was depressing. The main character, like, her life sucked.
No, oh my gosh, it was hilarious. The cast was awesome. Kristen Wiig and Maya Rudolph's real-life friendship showed. It was great.
Okay, I'll give you that. I like that she's in SNL and she's funny.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it's like usually when you watch movies, you want to like be like that person. I didn't want to be, first of all, I'm not a woman, so I didn't want to be like her. So that was hard for me to interact with. But also, like, her life sucked. It's depressing.
But
her best friend's getting married.
It.
Her best friend's getting married and she has no job. She loses her job, first of all.
That's why it's funny.
It's not funny when it's depressing. Like, I feel bad for her. I didn't like it at all. I'm sorry.
Okay, it was great for all ages. My grandma even liked it. The cast was great. It had a great ending message about finding unexpected friendships. You don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, fine. Well, I guess we're gonna have to agree to disagree. Now let's kick it to Jaleesa in the studios.
Thanks, Colby. Once again, it's Jaleesa Harris with your movie news. It looks like our reviewers weren't the only ones who enjoyed Brad Pitt's new baseball movie, Moneyball. Unfortunately, the great reviews and great turnout still weren't enough to give Moneyball the lead in the box office this week. For the second week in a row, The Lion King 3D remains the box office king, proving that even the greatest sports movie won't outshine America's love for nostalgia. In other news, Dish Network and Blockbuster are teaming up with the effort to surpass Netflix with a program called Movie Pass. This is a program that delivers DVDs and games for all kinds of consoles to Dish Network users. The Movie Pass will be available on October 1st. Well, movie fans, that's all for this week. Let's see what's up with Allison and upcoming attractions.
Thanks, Jaleesa. I'm Allison Groth with upcoming attractions. The Paranormal Activity franchise continues this month with Paranormal Activity 3. In this prequel, the storyline seems pretty similar to the first two films, a couple attempts to unveil the mystery evil spirits in their home by installing cameras. Let's check out the trailer.
All right, here we go. Hey, ladies. Hi. Hey. Oh, it's Katie. Woo-hoo-hoo. Katie, wave hi to the camera, Katie. Hey, Christy, you want to say hi? Come on, give us a wave here, Christy.
Whatever happened to us when we were little, I don't remember anything.
Whatever it was, it thrived on fear. The more we paid attention to it, the worse it got.
Okay, I think it's on. Remember the rules? Yes. Say Bloody Mary 3 times. Okay, we'll turn off lights. Okay, ready? Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary. I'm scared. Stop! I'm sorry. It's not funny.
So to be honest, I have absolutely no intention of seeing this film because I know I'll have to sleep with the lights on for a month afterward. However, I do think it will be a great scary movie for everyone with the guts to see it, especially considering it releases a week before Halloween. Also, I'm surprised they didn't decide to make it 3D to really up the scare factor with such a redundant film. Maybe they'll take it to the next dimension next year. Until then, let's see what Patrick has in store for us over at Theater Throwdown.
Thanks, Allison. I'm Patrick Groves, and this is Theater Throwdown. With a lack of Cougar football in Pullman this past weekend, WSU fans have found themselves deprived of game highlights to debate over. So we here at Always on the Movie decide to remedy this grave injustice. Troy and Veronica did their part by checking out the new movie Moneyball. Colby took one for the men's team when he sat through Bridesmaids. And tonight's debaters are going for a home run as we decide the greatest sports movie of all time.
Someday when people look at me, they'll say, there goes Roy Hobbs, the best there ever was.
Gentlemen, the hopes and dreams of an entire town are riding on your shoulders.
I love Brian Piccolo. Man, that ball got out of here in a hurry.
Show me the money. Are you crying?
Show me the money! There's no crying in baseball! You played ball like a girl!
I came to teach boys, and you became men.
Let's hear it for the great Jake LaMotta! This is your time!
Let's meet tonight's contenders. In this corner, we have Reed Murphy, the director of Video Underground, and who, believe it or not, once made 98 out of 100 free throws. How?
A very effective granny shot.
Well, see, is that effective? And in the other corner, we have Gavin Harris. Interestingly, Gavin has interviewed every single Pac-12 head coach, all of whom have said they hate him. Really?
Can you blame him?
I guess not. Well, Reed, you're on the 1st and 10 as you debate first.
All right. Well, I chose the 2005 film Coach Carter based on the antics of Ken Carter and his Richmond Oilers high school basketball team. When his team slipped academically, he tried to push them a little more in the classroom and locked the gym until they did it. It's a very inspiring movie, a lot of great quotes. The coaching was fantastic. They embellished a little bit, but it's a very solid movie altogether.
Gavin, the ball is in your court.
Well, thanks. Well, for those of you 90s babies out there, you probably won't only know this movie, but it's Raging Bull. It was made in 1980 by Martin Scorsese. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of him. Robert De Niro as well was the star, and it's about a boxer from New York City who, you know, it takes place in the 1940s. They shot it in black and white, and he's trying to get his title run. And you know, there's a lot of things going on with the mafia, as well as other issues that are going on during that time. And it's just really, really, really a character-driven story, and it's wonderful. So.
All right, now it's time for the free-for-all. 1 minute, guys. Ready? Theater Throwdown.
I just don't see how a boxing movie can become the greatest sports film of all time.
Well, it's all subjective, isn't it? I mean, you look at Coach Carter, that's just another Hollywood movie that, they took a story and they really probably just, Disneyed it up like usual. But like Raging Bull won Academy Awards. This is a great piece of film. It's not just another one of those movies to get a bunch of teenagers to come into the theater.
Coach Carter won some BET awards.
Hey,
We're not going to get it out of the title
Coach Carter's
contender.
a great movie, and Samuel L. Jackson's a great actor, but I just think that overall, when it comes to cinematography, editing, like the overall film, Raging Bull is just it's more well thought out, I think, and it's based on a real story. It's just like Coach Carter. But it doesn't, it doesn't end happy. It's kind of a sad story.
Well, that's also how Coach Carter is. They don't win the title. They end in the first round of the playoffs, But the point of that is the inspiration through, non-triumph. You don't have to be a winner to be a winner,
right.
Which makes perfect sense.
But you still walk away feeling good, which I guess sports movies, sometimes that's what they're shooting for.
That's it.
But
all right, gentlemen.
Jake LaMotta all the way.
After great debates on both sides and running the ball up and down the court, back and forth, I have to go with Samuel L. Jackson because he's a BAM, and because Coach Carter can be quoted anytime.
One question.
What's up?
Have you seen Raging Bull?
No, I have not.
Woo!
But your argument was very well developed.
Yeah.
Here, Reed, is a trophy for you.
Put it there, baby.
Look at that, very sportsmanlike. Back to you, Troy and Veronica.
Thanks, Patrick, and congratulations, Reed Murphy. Sadly, movie fans, that's all for us this week.
Hopefully you got your fill of film, but if not, check us out every weekday at 9 p.m. right here on Cable 8.
Also, be sure to check out our Facebook page, where you can vote on which movies we'll be reviewing in our next episode.
Thanks for tuning in to Always on the Movie.